Hello, I'm Rich Warner, gravel and cyclocross racer. Welcome to my channel. This week it's the 19th of October 2025 and we are at round 7 of the 2025-26 Wessex series at Cannon Heath Down near Kingsclear. We're on top of a massive hill. It's got a beautiful view just round the corner, you can see for miles, and at long last we've actually got some rain, and the rain actually tended to get a bit worse as the race started, which was good news. I started the race on intermediate Schwabel X1s, but I had my spare bike in the pits with full mud tyres on. It was a little bit tricky. It was one of them where I wasn't sure whether to run my intermediates or my full muds, but I decided to start on the intermediates and see how it went. Interestingly, John was on full muds from the start, and he thought he'd made a mistake, and I thought I'd made a mistake, so it was very tricky. It was kind of on the cusp, but this course was a really good course. It was much improved from last year. I really enjoyed the zigzaggy bit, like an off camber, which you'll see in the video. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the downhill section as well. Good little bunny hops over the planks, and all round a very good course, which was made even better because the corners have become quite slippy, and it's something that really helps me because I can use my corner speed to gain a little bit of time. It was really tough up this first climb. The only section I didn't really like was there's a long drag here, as you can see, which sort of takes you up to the finish line. But I've made a great start here, and there's some very strong riders ahead of me, interestingly, but I'm just trying to hold a decent position up here, not panic, because all of those guys ahead of me are very, very fast, and as I always say, 40 minutes is a long time in cross, so there's plenty of time to go, and climbing's not my greatest asset. It's interesting because I've had a tough time. I haven't ridden well now really at all since the British Gravel Champs back in early September or mid-September, whenever it was. I've been really struggling. I've had problems on the bike and I've had problems off the bike, and my legs just haven't been good at all. I've been as far down as 26th, but for the first time this week on Tuesday I went out and I actually felt like I was feeling a lot more normal again. I had some strength in my legs and I did some intervals, and I actually felt like I had some power, so I was really excited this week, and I was really hoping that today I would finally get a decent result, and I sort of hoped that I'd be in the top 6 or 7, but as I say every time, you can never be sure. Sometimes in cross you feel bad, you ride well, other times you feel bad and other times you feel well and you ride bad, so it's very difficult to know, but I was really hoping that this could be a turning point in my season, because I've been in a slump now for some time and it's been very, very difficult. But I've made a good start and I've already pulled back a place, and this course is just great fun. I'm really enjoying it. If you see the guy ahead of me there, that's sorry, I think that's Miles Thomas. He's you can see how slippy it is in the corners, and you have to be really careful because you could very easily go down, but it was a lot of fun.
It's better on muds, mate.
So as you can hear me, probably I'm shouting to Darren Wheeler on the side there, telling him it's better on muds, because I very quickly realised that I've made a bad choice on tyres, and the Schwabel X1s are really not, they're okay, but I can feel them just sliding a bit in the turns, and ideally I want to be on my other bike in the pits because I've got full muds on that, and it would just enable me to push a bit harder in the corners. But at this stage in the race, I don't want to come in. It's not absolutely critical, and I can still work the turns okay. So I'm not going to come in for the time being. And I'm just coming up on, I think that's Jamie Plum. He's made a very good start. And I do remember he had a great ride here last year. He was well inside the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. So he's really looking good today. And the pace is very fast, but I've made a really good start. I've not gone too mad and I've not gone too slow. I've judged it about right today, and which is always difficult to do because sometimes you just get sucked into trying to follow other guys, and it's very easy to start too quickly. But I made a great start and I'm settled in, and really all these guys ahead of me are very, very good riders. So just gone up the inside of Jamie there, and I've now got Rob Ditcham and Philip Smith and I've forgotten the other guy's name, Charlton Smith, ahead of me. So I'm in a great position here, and this was a tough straight. This slightly dragged uphill. It was hard work up here. I wasn't finding my legs along here to begin with, but once we got into these switchbacks, it was great. I really enjoyed this bit. Even this little uphill was good because it was hard to get grip, which I was enjoying myself. And we're into these zigzaggy corners, and I was able to gain some time here, so it's a good course for me. As you can see, a couple of the riders in front of me are off and running. Personally, I don't tend to get off at all costs. I like to stay on the bike, sometimes to my detriment, but I didn't want to run this section. I'm not saying they were wrong to run it. I'm just saying I didn't want to, and I managed to stay on the saddle, and I found some good time here. I just got past Jamie Plum there, and now I can see the other guys just ahead of me, and this is a great first lap. I'm really pleased. That was a cool corner there as well. I was enjoying taking that one at speed. I managed to carry some good speed out of there, and I found myself in a really great position here, and it's very encouraging after such a terrible 6 weeks or so. I am still at this point, my confidence isn't particularly high. I'm still a bit concerned because the last few races my legs have just dropped off a cliff, so I'm still a little bit apprehensive, but what do? You can't just suddenly back off. I'm here now, so I'm going to dig in and see if I can hold these guys. And the climb here isn't really an area that I'm especially fast on, and I'm thinking to myself, if I can just sit on Philip Smith's wheel up here, that's an fantastic achievement because he's so strong. I mean, I look at the speed of Rob Ditcham. He's absolute savage up there. He's destroyed us, so he's got some real power on this section. He's a real handful today, and I'm really pleased to be here. It's very exciting. So 2 laps down, and things are looking really good and really positive. And what's even better is it's raining harder and harder, so it's great for me. Sorry, 1 lap down, I should say. We're coming to the end of lap 1. These cool little twisty turns at the top of the climb. Just getting to the top of the climb. Incredibly, I've managed to get past Philip Smith, which is just, well, it's a real confidence boost to do that up there. So I'm really enjoying myself right now, and this descent is just great fun. I really like it down here, and I'm getting past Nicholas Charlton Smith there, and I can see Rob Ditcham ahead, and I'm just making up some ground. This is just an area of the course that it's obviously my strength, as you can see from the video, and I'm able to just pull through a few of the guys, and then it gives me a little bit of a cushion on the sections where they're quicker than me. So it really sort of averaged things out today. There was a bit of up, bit of down, bit of power, some twisty bits, and there was a bit for everyone really. So it was a great course, and what made it even more cool today was that I knew John was having a really good ride, and I knew he was only about 15 or 20 seconds back at this point, so he's close by as well. So it's looking good for the Cotswold boys today, and it's really enjoying it, and the rain is continuing to pour. But the only thing that is a little bit unfortunate is that I didn't unfortunately get to record all of the race today, because I've only got one camera at the moment. I'm actually in the process of getting a second camera for my spare bike. Now we're into wet season, I need two cameras, so unfortunately I've only got one camera, and I do come in and change later in the race, and obviously that then the camera's then in the pits. But hopefully for this next weekend down in Swindon, I'm going to have a second camera, so I'll be able to get all of the race. So I'm pretty disappointed to have not ridden either of the first couple of national trophies, but with the way my season was going, there was just absolutely no point in riding those races. I would have got completely battered, and it was better to stay at Wessex and just try and get some form going. And it's a shame to miss them, but I've definitely done the right thing, and I'm hoping to do a couple of rounds later in the season, and then hopefully find some really good form for the British Championships up north later on in the season. But I've just come into a bit of a gap here, and I think at this point I'm in possibly third, so it's going incredibly well, and I'm still waiting for the other boys to come past me, and so it's going really well, and I know that they're all there, and I know that any moment they're going to come down the side of me. But like I said just now, it's such a cool track, because with the slippy corners and the drags and things and the sort of variation, things do sort of average out. It's great for different riders with different skills. It's got even more slippy now, and it's just great through here, and I'm having a lot of fun just working these turns. Interesting that Nicholas Charlton Smith ran that, and he got through it in a really good pace, but for me personally, I much prefer to stay on the bike. But I'm still having a great race, and it's going well, and the longer I can stay here, the more I can get my confidence going. But I am aware that I do need to get into the pits and get on my other bike, because whilst it's getting more and more slippy, these tyres that I'm on are just getting worse and worse, and I know it's costing me time, and it's precious time that I need to gain, especially with the company that I'm in here. So I really need every advantage I can get, but sometimes in cross you have to choose your moments to come in to get your other bike. It's a little bit different in thick mud. If you're coming in kind of every lap or every 2 laps, you just come in because ultimately with the weight save it is a lot quicker. But when you're only going to make one change in the race, sometimes you have to really choose when to do it. And right now I was in such a great position that I didn't want to come into the pits and give away 10 or so seconds. I wanted to stay here because sometimes if you get a gap, you know, your head can go down and then you can drop away. And as it is now, I'm hanging on to these guys and I'm doing really well, so I'm deciding just to put off getting the other bike at the moment and see how the race develops. So it's becoming a bit of a fun routine now, and I managed to hold on to the guys up the hill, and then I just managed to get past them on the downhill. So it was great fun. Just kept swapping places with these three, and I'm just trying to gain as much time as I can here, because I know they're going to come back past me again. So it's a real kind of a yo-yo race, but it's just so much fun, and the course is holding up really well. It doesn't seem to cut up too badly here. In the great scheme of things, we haven't actually had a huge amount of rain in the last few months, so the ground is soaking up the water really well, and it's not really getting super muddy. It's just getting slippier and slippier, which is great. So it's back to the same routine here, and they've got back past me along here. I was just telling Darren he's going to love it, which I knew he would. These guys were just too powerful along that bottom straight, and in many ways it was a bit of an annoyance for me, because If I could have kept them behind me going into here, it would have been giving me a real advantage, but I just couldn't do it. They were just too strong. So it was quite funny the way we kept swapping backwards and forwards, and I'm back onto the wheel of, not quite on the wheel, but I'm back behind Philip Smith and Nicholas Charlton Smith here, and it's been absolutely brilliant race, and it's just the most fun I've had this season. And I was even managing to cheer on John because I just seen him cross the tapes there. I knew he was close by, and he's having a really good race, and he's really enjoying the slippy corners, so it's good to see my teammate so close by, and I really wanted him to get up to us and get involved with the battle. So I think John actually spent pretty much the whole race on his Todd. He couldn't quite close to us, which was a shame because he was close. It would have been great fun had he been in there with us. He'd have loved it. At this point, I still really want to get into the pits to get on my other bike, but it's just too tight here, and just don't want to lose the wheels of these guys. So I've opted to carry on this bike. So it's a little bit frustrating, but it would be silly to come in and get the other one. But it's quite funny actually, because my spare bike today is actually my my Sinelli, my Zydeco King. It's about 3 years old now. It's been in a lot of battles and a lot of wars, and it's quite worse for wear, but I spent some time over the summer just doing it up and getting it up to a good standard again, and it's such a lovely bike, and although the frame's probably on its last legs, I can still squeeze a few more cross races out of it, which is good. I may as well use it, especially when it's in the mud, save wrecking my other two really good bikes. I did used to have just two Sinellis, and they're really fantastic frames. Are actually gravel bikes, but they work really well in cross. And sadly last year at Dalton Wessex, roughly about halfway through the race, I clipped the tapes and they wrapped around my rear cassette and they snapped off my rear derailleur, and it walloped the frame, and it actually broke the frame on my other Sinelli. So I was quite sad about that. But fortunately that was the even older one of my two bikes, so it could have been worse. But it's still a great spare, and at the moment I really want to come in and get it, but I'm still just about hanging on to these two guys in front of me, and just a little bit ahead of Rob, who's just behind me. So it's continuing to be a fantastic race, but you can just see now these two in front of me, they're just starting to forge a bit of a gap, and I'm probably going to lose sight of them soon, but I've done so well to be here for this long.
Good man. Thank you very much.
So Nicholas, Charlton Smith now and Philip Smith, they have definitely gone. They've pulled away. They're just too strong. I can't hang on to them anymore. But I'm still in a great position here. I'm hanging on to 5th place, and I'm just thinking, if I can hold on to this is such a great result. But I know that Rob Ditcham is right there on me, and then just behind him, not far behind him, is also John. So the pressure is always there in this league. You can never count your chickens. There's always someone coming up behind you to put you under pressure, so you just can't back off. You've got to be on it all the time. That's just how it is. As soon as you back off in this league, you'll get 2 or 3 guys going past you, and so I know it's important. I've got to really concentrate. I can't afford to make any mistakes. I can't afford to come off, and I know it's probably really important now that I get in and get my other bike to really help with my corner speed. And for the first time in the race, I've managed to get along that straight and keep Rob Ditcham behind me, which means that I've got a clear track and I can really work these corners and try and forge a bit of a gap. So it's a real bonus for me at this stage in the race, because all I'm thinking about right now is getting into the pits and getting my other bike with my mud tyres to gain, so I can gain a bit more speed. And the race is panning out really well, and I'm working these corners as hard as I can now, and just trying to get back to Barry, who's waiting there in the pits. He knows exactly what I'm trying to do, and we're going to make a brilliant stop. And so the race, my recording is going to come to an end here, but it's been a fantastic race. I've really enjoyed it, and I managed to hold on to 5th place, so I'm so chuffed, and going to be going out tonight, have a couple of beers to celebrate and savour this result, because it's very difficult to get good results in Wessex, and I think it's important that you celebrate a really good ride. So I'll be off out tonight for a couple of beers, and I'm so chuffed, and so hopefully now this can be a real turning point in the season, and then just see me jumping on the Sinelli. Thanks a lot to Barry for your support today, as always. Fantastic pit stop, in and out clean.
I think he's changed. That's it now. He's changed.
Hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I'm looking forward to next week. Thanks for watching.
Off the rear, entertained. Pretty warm and toasty. Somewhere in here. There it is. Look. Keep going, Rich. big log fire.
Oh, that'll be on tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on there, Rich. Keep going, boy. Keep going. Go on, John. Dig in, boy.
Nice one.
Go on there, John.
Well done, get on Benji's wheel. You can do it. Keep pushing. Keep going. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Well done. Still smiling. That's good. That's a good sign. Well done.
stand it here long, did it?